Welcome everyone to another RGL cast. My name is Jared. I'm here with Godfather to bring you guys Froyotech versus Witness Gaming. This is RGL Invite 6's Season 13 Stage 2 Upper Finals, and we are getting to the last bits for these two teams. They've already won one game in Stage 2, and I gotta play one more to figure out who is going to be at which seed in the upper brackets here for the very tail end of things. As you might, maybe you do, maybe you don't, depending on how much coverage you've been kind of looking at when it comes to a Stage 2. But we're probably going to have to do some minor explaining of what Stage 2 is for people that are new. But at the end of the day, regardless of the things that make up this match and how important it is, etc., I think everyone can agree that this matchup is one that people have been waiting to see a rematch of and are pretty hyped for. Is it? Who knows? It could be a sneak peek of a potential grand finals here at the tail end of things, Godfather.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be back on the RGL cast. It's been a hot second, but good to be on the mic with you again, Jared. And I'm excited about this one too. Got two powerhouses going up, trying to find themselves the top seed going into playoffs. And with Witness only picking up 2 losses, Froyo only 1 loss, these are two teams that you're right. I think we might see in the grand finals matchup, but we'll find that out in just a few weeks. Jared, we were talking earlier about these matchups. We were talking about their losses. Why don't you run through a little bit what you were talking to me about with Froyo's loss, I think especially, because that was kind of an outlier, and then how Witness has been doing as well.
Yeah, so the losses that they've collected, both these teams, I think it's just been 3 in total. The loss that Froyotech has is quite peculiar because they lost to the 6th seeded team, Global Clan Ice, by, I'm pretty sure they just basically lost every single Snakewater mid. So that even when they found success, it didn't necessarily mean it was going to be a round conversion, and then that's where their loss came in. And then for the side of Witness Gaming, they played Froyo, I think, on Gully, and then they played Global Clan Fire on Process. Both matches, they could not find their footing at all. In some general gameplay, but a lot on the mid fights as well. It just seemed like they weren't able to adjust too much. That's where they found their losses there. But I think the one underlying thing, all the losses, that is good that you brought this up to talk about is it was a moment for these teams where they were put to the test for just a brief moment, and they had an opportunity to try to adjust over the course of however many rounds to, like, fix your mids at least, like change something up to at least like get a little brief moment of success, even if you eventually lose somehow, right? And it nothing really came to fruition, no matter what the teams tried to do. So now we're in a situation once again where, it's back against the wall. I guess not that hard. It's not like it's elimination, but you want to, prove yourself to be the top dog. You want to prove that, all right, we're going to be challenged again. Even if things go rough for a bit, we're able to change the stuff. And, maybe one of these teams, maybe both of them even, will be able to find a way to, like, oh, we're losing. Okay, we'll change this. We'll find success again. But even if both teams do that, only one can come out on top. And with being a BO3, because it's Stage 2, there's a lot of gameplay to cover, at least 2 maps, maybe even 3, if the viewers and as well as us are so lucky. And, we'll see what these teams have been cooking for the past however many weeks. And we'll, like we said before, sneak peek what might happen in the playoffs.
Yeah, you mentioned best of 3 tonight. We are on Sunshine and Product, the pick bands, if we can pull those up. Froyo getting rid of Bagel, which is a ban that I see from Froyo a fair amount. I feel like if they have to ban, they're usually banning Bagel out. Witness obviously banning Gully Wash after their loss to Froyo. Then it was the Froyo pick of Sunshine. That's our map 1. And then Product for map 2 from Witness. Banning Process is Froyo. Banning Metalworks is Witness. And then if it gets there, which I don't think it will, we're going to be on Snakewater for map 3.
Yeah, for running it back on Snakewater, they're pretty confident that whatever mistakes they had in the past, they're definitely able to rectify them this time. And it'll be a different team and a different day, and slightly different players as well if you go over the rosters. Both these teams are definitely in the top 2 for most roster changes throughout the entire season. I'll go ahead and go over the Witness Gaming roster. It is Logan and Bot Mode on Scout. Bot Mode replacing Gwen. It is it was Kev last week. It should be back to Fruit now as the soldier with Quacks on the side of Witness Gaming. Cass on Demo and Hubada on Medic.
Yeah, and the side of Froyotech, I haven't really been covering or watching Invite 6s, so we got Habib on Scout with Eric, and then Donovan, Mirrorman, Soldiers, Jimmy, Rocketman playing Medic, and Banny on Demo. I'm excited to see Banny Demo. I don't think I've actually casted a match with Banny Demo before, so we'll see what he can do.
Yep, flip-flopping back and forth nowadays between Scout and Demo as it sees, but as we go into the match live, in the rollout, first map Sunshine, what's the score, Godfather?
Oh, I think it's going to be like a 4-1 for Froyotech, map 1.
I feel like maybe it could be like a 5-2 for Froyotech, but who knows, maybe we'll see a slower game and it'll be a, giant stalemate. It's happened sometimes on Sunshine, especially on last, but the first mid will definitely show the pace of this game is fast. He took a lot of damage right off the bat, but it's Banny dying. Fruit, that's a classic. Always trades to a demo man and will find success there as 2 explosive classes down for the side of Froyotech right at the bat, but they're shooting forward. They know they have to play this fast, they don't have the spam on their side. Try to control the high ground. They have a scout of Eric on top of the tower to make it really difficult for them to push forward. Have to be mindful of them in caps. He is taking so much damage, blacks it back 19 HP, but it's the Froyotech flank that's actually going to die and give up their life for no kill whatsoever. They were so close to be able to secure the mid with just one more final kill, but the fact that they went forward and didn't even get a single kill off of losing 2 means that all that minor success is thrown away, and Witness Gaming will take the first mid.
They do get the first mid, and you're right, walking forward there, committing for some kills and not finding any tough luck for Froyo. Banny in a lot of trouble here. He's going to just get pressured out, taken down. Donovan also falling, capping the pipes. Remen on the other side will fall, as does Logan now. Habib dying, the Uber out for the blue team. Froyotech popping into nothing, and Witness will continue rolling forward as they do not expend their Uber. Walk forward for free now, and it will be Froyotech being backed out onto their last, and normally I would expect Banny to be hopping over onto Engineer, but instead setting the traps here tonight on last.
Yeah, Eric is behind. I mean, he was stuck behind after the whole deal of getting the Uber Force, and he will not succeed in trading out. So Fruit will live at overall 2v2, or 2v1, sorry, bot mode goes and helps him out and makes sure that that kill is secured. And yeah, Habib on the Engineer, no other off classes. It would probably maybe been Eric, but he was stuck behind. And the Uber's still available. I mean, it's been dwindling down, but there's 50% ad still, and they're walking through lower, just minding their own business, walking in, able to get the gun down just barely, trying to move over, able to kill Mirrorman, so that's a pick in their name. Rotating over to the right side, Cap's gonna die, but able to take Donovan down with him. So overall, 1-for-1 trade in the explosive class department. Heavy on top of the field, but a lot of Cap time.
Oh, the soldier from behind on Jimmy! Good damage, but not finding the frag.
The air from Hubba, though, took down Habib. Don't have enough in the tank to actually get this last secured, though. Heavy coming in clutch at the last second. And Uber available for the side of a Froyotech, so looks like with all these players down on Witness Gaming, they might take this relatively for free.
Yeah, they should be able to walk in here, but that health pool of the Heavy just keeping that point in the hands of Froyotech. They are able to push out for free. It's 50% right now for Witness as they back out to their midpoint, playing passive with their medic right around that cafe area. We'll see. I think Froyo's going to go fast here. Yeah, Uber early, trying to get in deep, going onto Logan. Good damage through choke. Banny trying to find the frags. Does get one. Cap going down. Is anybody going to chase here? No. Froyotech opting to play a little bit more passive, a little bit slower. Now the soldier bombing forward, trying to find some spam. Habib going to get a rocket here. Remina finding that. Donovan is so weak. Does go down to bot mode of 5k there, but Froyotech keeping the pressure forward after that mid cap comes through. Now they have to back off, knowing they're at player decide.
Yeah, they tried to play it a bit methodical, thought that maybe a Witness Gaming soldier was going to bomb in, trying to bait them out, but at the end of the day, Donovan's going to be the one that bites the dust, and just Mirrorman going to be able to commit probably, and the trap though, onto Hubba. It was around the corner, near the forward spawn. He set it up right as they left out of that choke, recognizing the 2-push was over, but now the play from Banny and the trap kill, dropping Hubba's Uber, means that they can actually stay in kind of. They're playing passive once again. They're waiting for these Witness Gaming soldiers that aren't coming in, so no threat there as they're just walking straight towards Cafe. They know they have this Uber advantage, and they know there's a giant heal advantage as well, so we might not even see them, even need to use the Uber. The only thing that remains here on the side of Witness Gaming is a trap that's not going to find anything, and maybe a kill on the Fruit? No, gets out of the shutter. So at the end of the day, Witness Gaming back to last, and Froyotech, with their Uber intact, they're going straight to dungeon. They want to go before a gun's even set up. Logan's building it, but it's not even level 1 yet. They're through.
Yeah, this is a free entry right now for Froyotech. A little bit of pressure coming onto them, but the Uber is going to be out, pressuring in onto this right side of spawn. Witness doing a good job pushing out, rotating around here. Now the fight onto the point. Nobody really touching yet for Witness. Now some pressure coming in, but 3 down, and they're bad. Froyotech will find round 1. Go up 1-0 here.
Yeah, how the cookie crumbles. It wasn't even anything on to at all. It was just a straight up like a trap kill, brings you all the way back to last. I mean, maybe the only thing that Witness could have done there is maybe try to go for a play that's like a little bit risky. You know, you recognize it like, oh, well, if we're going to lose 2 anyway, you know, just someone die on mid, get this force out of the way, and we'll hold last without Disad. But Maybe played it a bit too safe, but either way, new round, new use. Froyotech is up 1-0, but we'll see how the mid fight goes this time.
This mid, starting off with a soldier from Witness, having to take the low ground, now trying to escape. Froyotech is way better positioning right now, and Hubada has
HP.
already eaten so much damage now.
Oh,
Soldier
Mirrorman?
Mirrorman right in for the kill. 2 go down, but Jimmy dying on the other side. It's Fruit finds that frag. 4 down for Witness Gaming here. The health not looking good. Habib taken down. Eric versus Logan. Help from Vanny coming in. Donovan will be there as well. That is a 1 mid for Froyotech, but Jimmy going down means these Ubers are going to be about even.
Yeah, Mirrorman with the wraparound play definitely is a big boon for the side of Froyotech. The fact that he did that wraparound play and they got Hubada so weak is kind of a double whammy, because on the one hand you want to try to avoid that soldier that's all the way in the back, but on the other hand, if you go forward, the fact that Hubada's so weak might mean he'll die anyway. So I'm not really sure what their game plan was, but either way, they were put in a really sticky situation that did not work out in their favor, and Froyotech able to take this mid. The Ubers are relatively even, probably not too much to go off of, so probably most likely just going to see a build up to your 100% before we go into the sack waves. No one respawned on any off classes, anticipating this the situation that we'll be finding ourselves in, so cookie cutter for now, especially normal for the side of the red team who is on the defense. Is Froyotech, I mean, they've had some time to at least spot a little bit. We saw a Mirrorman and a Cafe to get an idea of where they were standing, and they have some vision through the choke, split between choke and
Jonathan
valley,
up on
so...
Spy. Looking
Oh, there
here.
you go. Okay, so this'll... I guess it took him a sec to realize that this is the play that he wanted to go for. It's going to be unfortunate because they might eventually wonder, like, why isn't Froyotech sacking? What's going on? But they're showing enough pressure, so, you know, that'll buy some time for Donovan to get behind, but the question is will it be enough? Bombs
Shutter door opens, but they're not looking. Here's a player for the medic coming up. It's going to get stabbed. That's a drop from Donovan, and he's going to find Kath as well. A great spy play coming forward. And Jimmy pressured out here. The Uber will be forced, but this is great for Froyotech, and they're going to get into last after this fight.
Yeah, they're getting 2 with the... After Ubering, they get 2 as well, so they can just, rightfully so, just... actually, they did lose some people, actually. Forgot they lost Eric. Never mind. They're not going to immediately push. They recognize the respawners are coming from the side of Witness Gaming, but at least the fact that, you know, they didn't wait too long before using the Uber means they technically have another ad they can go with again if they so desire. It is a bit on the smaller side, so you're kind of limited in the way that you can actually use it, but it is a way nonetheless. As they're poking around, they're putting the pressure on, trying to make sure it's really difficult for the side of Witness Gaming to be the most comfortable as possible. The gun will indeed die to spam, so that's going to be definitely a big play from the side of
play here.
That
nice shot by bot mode.
That's going to make things a bit rough. You know, your 20% ad, I guess it's 30 now, but it makes it much more difficult to actually go in now.
Yeah, you're not going to want to, you know, make a play right into that sniper sight line, and Habib paying the price there on scout.
Back to spawn.
Eric, I think, probably comes up sniper here. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Eric is such a dominant sniper. Really only Jay, I think, a better sniper at this level. So, one of the best coming up on the off class.
Yep, we'll have to see what he's able to do. Doesn't have too much time to his name, but yeah, bot mode is checking, so no surprise shot for Eric. Applying some spam, have to make sure they get through this gun as well, but just peeking through lower, seeing if one of the soldiers is going to get a little bit too deep here and see if that'll be his first shot. But the fact that there's no surprise shot, they have bot mode on Pyro as well to set the sniper on fire and make it difficult for him to land those headshots. They're not even interested in counter sniping. They don't want a way out of this last. They'll say, nah, we'll just mid reset. You'll have to waste so much time with this sniper that won't get anything that we'll be back mid in no time.
Bit of pressure coming in from Froyo on the right side. So many sticks have been sent out by Vanny, but not deading, and now the score shot, the Pyro secondary just deleting all of that work. The gun down. Oh, Mirrorman making a huge play, getting a drop. He'll die for it. Bot mode hitting the secondary shot. Now this is going to be a free fight for Froyo coming in here, getting good pressure onto Quacks. They'll go down. Nobody by the point right now for either team. Habib now realizing it's a free cap. He's going to go down in spawn, and Vandy picking up that frag. Froyo 2-0.
I mean, that's a classic for the side of Sunshine last. These guns that have been popularized, you only really see one half of Sunshine last. So if if at any point you ever falter in holding the opposite side, it's going to be really easy for even a singular person to go in and be able to get on the meta. But the fact that it's a drop too, not even a force, is definitely extra good, and Mirrorman definitely pulled it off there for his team. So 2-0 in favor of Froyotech. We'll see how the next mid goes. Fruit going fast once again, putting the hurt on the Banny. Not quite dead yet. Needs an arrow. Donovan just died to spam. The arrow does not come. They're trying to salve it now, running forward, seemingly find the way
Donovan
out.
onto the demo.
Kills.
Frag.
Jimmy does indeed die. Soldiers, they're battling in the side of Valley. They want Hubba really badly. He's able to pack, but Eric's on him, and Eric hits the shot. Only bot mode left alive. And yeah, they just streamline forward. They recognize with that spam that Witness Gaming was doing, they used all their ammo. They had no demo man. The only way to really play that is fast. And they lose their medic, but they lose him early enough that Jimmy, he's already building Uber. He's going to have a solid 35 plus ad to work with off of this. So Froyotech, they take the mid. They take the advantage to find a way to break themselves into two, and it's, you know, Witness Gaming back to the drawing board. I mean, they're trying to poke out onto two. Might be able to get some positioning, but they don't see that Mirrorman got behind at all.
Mirrorman, wacky cosmetics, wacky play here on the flank, finding a good amount of damage. Fruit and Quack's both going to go down. Bot mode and Cap. It's just Logan and Hubba in the shutter. Nice find there by Logan. Now dueling Eric. Has the heals, but Eric will find the frag. And gunning down the medic in cold blood. It's another wipe. Nobody onto the second point yet. And Froyo already trapping out last spawn. Really nice fight in there by Froyo.
That's a little bit of a, I don't know, it's a little bit of a lack of awareness from the side of Witness Gaming, honestly. I mean, this is pretty much a free point for the side of Froyo. No Hubba alive, Uber's available. I guess they're taking it slow, but the fact that Froyotech had that cat means you have no clue what any of the players that were alive were doing, and they just deathballed out through battles fast, and Mirrorman was able to find the flank and get some good damage. This Uber comes in, and it's finding some good damage as well. They're able to immediately take down 3 before the Uber is even barely over, the first one being capped. And with Hubba and Bot mode, the last one's left alive. They're trying to get the melee swings out of there, but will not find success. It's Froyotech. And once again, plays from Mirrorman, you know, sometimes flashy, sometimes not, but all the time effective as they're leading up 3-0 in this best of 3.
I liked that line. Sometimes flashy, always effective. That was good. Great stuff.
Yeah. Back to the drawing board for the mids, though. Witness Gaming, they haven't really found too much luck here, but, you know, maybe some things will change over time. They've had some time to work some things out, but, you know, even with these bandy kills, it's not really leading to too much. They're able to apply early spam once again, so we'll see how that works in the damage department overall and in the long term. No one's really initiating right off the bat. You have Mirrorman hiding inside his own cafe. Will immediately find the bomb in. No one's really stopping him. Gets some damage on the Hubba. He's still not being found. There's no scout on the high ground. Witness Gaming is falling, but Jimmy will die as well. Hubba is the one that actually lives through all this. They're just bombing in. They found him in the corner. Benny's above them. They're finding both scouts inside the cafe area. They're holding hands on top of each other. Logan wants to see if he can get this down, but the pin comes out, and Logan does indeed die. The taunt comes out from the side of Benny. He read Logan like a book right there, and maybe a bit of a Pyrrhic victory, but side of Froyotech still takes it, and with Jimmy dying first once again, it's going to be a bit of a smaller ad to work with, probably not actually usable to use to get into 2 and take it for free, but still an ad nonetheless, so looking
earlier,
like we're...
Witness was building a lot faster. We do have Quacks coming up, Cloak and Dagger, and Mirrorman also, both teams opting for the spy play right away.
Oh, Quacks
like
is checking.
That
Quacks
was just a check
so
from Quack, you're right.
I think they recognize the spy as a thing. Unless he was only checking Sniper, surely you check both if you're checking, right?
I feel like Quack... Okay, Dolphin says
spy.
that he checked spy. Mirrorman is in position right now
look
behind.
At Logan. They know that's why Logan's back here. He's like, if a spy's going to decloak, it's going to decloak back here. So he's just running around inside lobby and make sure that Mirrorman has no place to actually decloak whatsoever. The Mirrorman's only option is to try to kill one of these people that, he has to kill one of these people that are, like, their job is
He's
going
to rotate through shutter. He's going to get caught here. No way! Onto Hubba! He's going to beef it. Hubba's 1 health.
They recognize, though, there's room. I mean, they're kind of poking around the side of Froyotech. They've lost 2, though. They've bit off more than they can chew. It was a good opportunity. They recognized that people were running back for Mirrorman, but weren't able to make too much of it. So now Witness Gaming on the move. They're inside Valley and trying to see if they can find a way to make some room for Fruit. Bomb in, immediately denied by the side of Eric, though. So that's a counter sack in the water as Froyotech, they're going to be on top of things once again in terms of it being in the driver's seat. Banny, very ambitious, jumping forward, very confident in his team following up, and he will find success in that, but these scouts, they've taken too much spam. Quacks bombs to be able to collect that kill, and Mirrorman might end up trading. Doesn't need to get the bot mode frag, but died right after the Logan, so overall, a 2v2 at the end of the day, but Eric did find a way to weasel himself behind. Has to be mindful of the respawner, so has to pick a fight soon, and will indeed find Quacks. upwards direction is the only path to victory. Able to hit one nice one and maybe follow up? No. Logan able to get that frag, so that is going to be the quote-unquote sack for the side of Froyotech as Witness Gaming pokes around in Valley side as well as Cafe looking for a counter.
Yeah, Witness Gaming through Cafe trying to poke out here, but Habib and Donovan pressuring so well in Valley. Wow, the flank fight just being rolled by Froyo right now. Bot mode going to go down. Trading for Banny is better for Witness. Quacks underneath does die as well. Habib finding a frag. Bit of a scrap there. Witness dropping two, and this should be entry for Froyotech.
Yeah, it could be the opening they need. They have to play it a little bit on the fast side. They don't have long range spam from the side of Banny, who is rolling out, and it's only a one-player advantage. These soldiers have to do work here. Donovan able to find a way to commit. Eric will do the job to get this force done, but they're dropping two for an Uber, so not necessarily an amazing play. I'm sure Witness Gaming is content with the idea that they lose, they get two frags for that Uber, but they have to get more than just this. This is where they're really put to the test. They need to make sure they're able to get. They need to get this force out before the respawners come in, and the respawners. Donovan's already on the way. Yeah, Fruit's really low.
Habib could commit here, right on through under. Through lower.
Technically, the one got behind too, so this might not be that bad from the side of Witness Gaming if they can survive this. They will scurry themselves off. They had to slightly give up the high ground, but they have a soldier of their own behind, as well as, oh, Mirror he's coming to the shutter, but he's not even needed. The Mirror flank isn't even needed. They're just dying outside the shutter. He's going to end up finding himself in the wrong direction.
Right
will clean up at the tail end of things, able to find Hub, but just lingering back the entire time, and once again will be the star of the show, even if you first didn't think that it was going to be him. He is him. As two are left alive from the side of Witness Gaming, just trying to find a way to hide in a corner on last. Is this drive push is starting? Banny didn't think much of him, is leading the charge and will not get punished for it. Just a sniper on the field, no shots hit. They're getting the cap time. Caps is on the field now, trying to sticky something down, able to get the pipe, but it's going to be Logan and Bomb able to collect the frags on the Eric and Habib.
Back in here.
Yeah, they're trying to hold this with all their might. This Uber is going to be available from the side of Froyotech though, so even if they don't win this drive by losing their scouts, if they can just hold on to Plat, hold on for a little bit longer, get these scouts respawn, they do have a path to find a way to collect this round with the Uber advantage.
Yeah, I imagine Froyo does walk in here pretty quickly and just is able to push through. I mean, Logan up on Engineer. Where is the gun? Going to be right by that spawn door. Very good damage onto bot mode and Hubada really early on. Here's the Uber coming in through the right side, getting right onto the gun, taking it down. Now pushing in. Banny looking to trap off some players here as his teammates do their best. Donovan looking for frags. Hubada was so weak, had to escape the spawn. The demo's trading out. Froyotech finding a fourth round.
Yeah, pretty good Uber. Donovan was flashed, but thrown all over the place, straight into their combo, did a lot of damage. And the fact that Froyotech are able to not only get like these defensive setups that Witness Gaming is putting out, but they're able to actually find frags as well is really huge. Witness Gaming definitely have to find some way to change the way that they're doing the last to make sure that, you know, defend the point, yes, but maybe only lose one at most and make sure it's at the tail end of things. But holy Froyotech dominance. They did the double soldier rollout, making it really hard for them to actually have any presence for the side of Witness Gaming.
Mirror already behind.
Yeah, it gets capped. So no dome in on the field for the side of Witness Gaming. Flank comes in from the side of Quacks. One knife rock on Habib, not quite enough to get the kill. Fruit tries to follow up, gets another rock on Habib. Bombo runs forward, tries to run at Habib, and they aren't able to get this frag. So much damage, and he killed him again. They put so much damage onto the former dome. Habib on the flank scout is nothing to mess with as they're unable to collect that frag. He just runs straight forward. Witness Gaming, they put all their eggs in one basket and it did not lead to any fruit. So Froyotech, they're just poking straight into last. Logan's gonna die here. Gets scattered down by the side of Habib once again, who's on a tirade as they're trying to find a way to stuff this door with what little they have remaining. They do have one capping, so they're gonna be some people down. Habib finally dies. It took him the entire round to get
Quacks onto Jimmy.
Quack gets the force. That's clutch.
Very
Uber
clutch force really there. Now Witness has their full Uber and has some spawners coming in. Logan, Hubada's going to get pressured, but not popping. Really good discipline there. Now rotating around. Good damage from Mirror, but again, not enough.
Eric on the point. Oh, Timmy 2's bot mode, but will indeed fall. Almost made a clutch play there himself, but only will just win the 1v1 very succinctly. So Habib, now it's his turn. He saw what happened, and now he gets capped. There's no scout traveling with the combo. Their transition is a bit sloppy, so no Delman available for this potential push out. And Logan's dead too. They're immediately down two. They can't use this. Quacks, he tried to jump and make space for his team, but he'll get caught on the retreat. They're all over the place, Witness Gaming, and not in a good way. Immediately bombing in, almost able to get down free, but will indeed get the flash to be able to be saved. Donovan will not be so lucky, and okay, no, he will indeed die. I thought he was about to escape there, but Froyotech, the play after play after play, making sure that they're able to put Witness Gaming down in the dirt. And they do have an ad once again. You know, the first time they pushed, you know, bit rocky, but there's several other times that made them have this 4-0 lead that they do now. So 90% getting buffed up. They have all their players spare. Donovan who's rolling out, but they don't even necessarily need him to be that ready as be able to take the pack, and they're immediately off to the races. The gun died. They're trying to find over the way to the left side and helping the flank in. Fruit very, very weak on top of the fight, able to take down bot mode and Quacks as soon as this Uber ends. Donovan will fall, but there's so much damage towards Witness Gaming that I don't think Caps and Hubita can do this alone. That's another round in the books, and that's going to be the first map, 5-0 on Sunshine in Froyotech's favor as we move on to Vida.
Wow. I mean, absolute Froyo dominance. We were talking about ability to adjust and the lack thereof being a difference maker tonight, and I think Witness just did not adjust at all there to the Froyo onslaught. We'll take a look at logs here and see what they have to say, but a really strong showing early on from Froyotech. 5-0 on their map pick, Sunshine.
Yeah, there were some small moments where they had some, you know, they shined a bit. They had some individual plays and some things like that worked out pretty well. But I think the big problem is that the grand scheme of things, they are put down, they got pushed back to last. Even some of the mids that they started to win, a lot of the times they ended up losing. So it's just the little tweaks like that come down to, you know, it's the important things, especially if you're fighting against, like, you know, it's like, sure, you're the number 2 seed, but you're fighting against the number 1 seed, right? So every little thing matters. And at the end of the day, you don't really have enough in the tank. You just take a look at the logs, and there's some big heavy hitters in terms of the kills and damage department right off the bat. You can definitely notice.
Absolutely. I think I opened wrong logs. Did Dolphin post wrong logs?
I just look at the stream overlay, so I don't know.
He did post wrong logs, but I will look at the stream, and Habib 23 kills, bot mode 22. Honestly, wasn't sure what to expect from the Habib scout, but coming in with 302 damage per minute, 23 and 13, that's a strong showing from Habib. And Banny on the demo for the first time I've seen him play it, 18 and 6 with 411, absolutely smoking with the damage numbers there.
Yep, definitely shows that he is definitely well practiced over the past couple seasons of needing to play and slot himself onto that role. I want to give a special shout out to Mirman though, because we hyped him up so much, and I think a lot of people even saw it themselves, the plays that he was making, and then you look at the logs and there's like nothing to show for it. So definitely, you know, if you're any roamers out there, you know, don't get so sad over your 11 and 35 log. You can be the star of the show in your own way.
The one thing that the logs are showing from Mirrorman is 4 medic picks. The only person on the server with 4. Eric finds 3, Fruit 2, Banny 2. Couple of 1s, but I think Mirror's ability to get right in onto the medic and you know, take down Hubita has just been dominating in fights. It's been really cool to see.
Yep. For the side of Witness Gaming, I mean, bot mode had a pretty decent showing, but usually even when you lose, there's like at least one player that's finding success, and like, you know, if you get an Uber, they're going to be partaking in it. You know, if soldiers bomb in, you know, maybe you can, you know, get some good success there in cleaning them up, but sometimes, you know, it's not quite enough in the grand scheme of things, so it won't be enough to really lead their team to victory. But we are on a new map now. This is going to be, I think this is Witness Gaming's pick of a product, so, you know, you
Real
pick
quick,
it for a reason.
Before we even talk about next map, you guys should go and check out the merch over at shop.rgo.gg. That Scattergun shirt is absolutely crazy. Some great map designs as well. Check out this merch. It is wonderful. It's high quality. I was wearing my RGO shirt yesterday. It's very comfy.
And remember, they are seasonal too, so, you know, get them while they last.
Predictions are up for everybody. I'm very surprised to see that Witness Gaming thought they had their best chance against Froyo on product. I feel like Froyotech has been the staple, best product playing team in North America forever. And, you know, kind of a bold choice to go up against Froyo on this map. What do you think the thought process for Witness was behind this map pick?
I mean, it's kind of difficult to say because obviously they have a whole thing of scrims, but I think the showing of like, oh, we lost a mid, okay, we're about to lose a round right now is definitely, that's no longer in the case when it comes to Koth. You know, you lose the mid fight on Koth, it's okay, you can have a comeback and maybe take the round with enough time bitten off the clock, but I think it's still going to be hard. I'm going to say 4-1 Froyotech.
I'm thinking 4-0, honestly. I think Froyotech keeps this ball moving, and I think they're going to show that they're still a dominant team on Koth. And you know, despite maybe a bit of a meme roster compared to what we normally see from Froyotech, they're going to dominate. They're going to get that 1 seed into playoffs. We will find out as things start get underway on map 2, mid-fight 1, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mid-fight's already going. They've lost 2 for both sides, so it looked like it was going to be pretty good for the side of Witness Gaming with Donovan melting so early, but he's already back in the fight. So Froyotech have actually, they've lost more in this fight, just Donovan was so early. Able to get a lot of cap time, still some damage, but oh, Fruit bombing in, unable to really find too much. Gonna take down Donovan once again, so just being a respawn timer for the very beginning of things. Yeah, a bit weak. Had to eat an arrow up. They're still fight. This is still a mid fight. No one's actually capped. So they're just spamming back and forth. And what little committing we've seen hasn't really actually led to much more than just like, you know, the committing person dying or trading. But they will indeed corner cap. Sabi almost gives up his life for it. Drop down to red HP to secure that cap for Witness Gaming. Getting on top of things.
Mirror so
blasting
weak.
Mirror Man back. They killed Vanny, which is huge. And with a Delman dead, that's going to seal the ticket for them to go ahead and recap this. And getting Habib as well.
Habib gets caught forward. Donovan, here's Mirror Man trying to salvage something out as Eric works his way forward as well. Good damage, but no frags. Now a couple coming through for Froyotech, but it's not going to be enough as Vanny and Jimmy are out at spawn. And Witness Gaming, they don't get the initial cap, but I would say win the refight and now are in control at this point.
Got a pretty respectable consolation though on the side of Froyotech. The fact that there's no cap means there's no forward hold, but Vanny, okay. As soon as I'm seeing that Odell man dying, Vanny is going to fall and not find success in leading the charge up the slope, but you know, they still super available from the side of Witness Gaming. They're going to probably block the point. Bot mode a bit weak. They're kind of passive, but
nice
Eric
pipe.
will indeed die. Pipe down the
Double
side
bomb,
of cap. So
and
Witness
the
Gaming
Uber coming out
they
right
dropped
onto
their entire
Havana.
team. It's just the flank that remains, and they have to come over and try to take this Uber. They can at least kind of block the point, but I mean, the respawners are not in favor of the team that owns it. So Froyotech, they got the respawners, they got the post fight unlocked. They've given up a couple players for it, but will ultimately succeed. Quacks and Fruit trying to go for it and see if they can get at least one frag, but will not find too much luck. No, a little bit of damage, but not quite enough to get the kill. So I think
Donovan there was just lurking behind, waiting for that Uber to fade, and gets right in onto the medic. Hubidus doesn't stand a chance. There's no way to escape through Valley because the soldier's just waiting for you there. So a nice heads-up play there by Donovan.
They're trying to break out of this forward hold, able to get themselves through
And
the
he's
cliff
so weak!
side,
He
but they
hits the rocket and dies!
but everyone else dies as well. They're just all in that little corner. They really have to get a kill extremely quickly because the fact that Vanny is even alive means they can't protect themselves. There's any soldier that rotates over and bombs that door, and they pay the price with their life. I didn't even quite see it. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them was one that rotated through their spawn, as that's a common occurrence as well. But either way, it's going to lead to Froyotech still in a pretty dominant position, even if they're not in the forward hold. They have the Uber ready to go, and Hubota can't say the same for him. So they found themselves towards the rock and gotten some positioning, but they need to decide, are they killing the flank or are they getting this Uber out of the way? Jimmy is up on top of the cliff, so the flank is a bit weak, so they could go for either option, but it's going to be Mirrormet to buy the space and make it really difficult for these soldiers to bomb forward. They don't have the health. They can't start anything. You can't actually start anything going towards the flank or going for the sack wave if your soldiers are perpetually at 100 HP. Mirrorman going back for the pack. They're going to be leaving the flank a bit weak. Same could be said for Habib. They are actually applying a little bit of pressure to make it hard for the flank to live their lives and stay there the entire time. They don't have a direct line of sight to be able to be beamed by Jimmy the entire time because of his positioning over on the left-hand side. But they're not actually taking any definitive action. They're just poking and prodding, applying some spam towards concrete, and getting a little bit of cap time, but this is taking so long and buying so much time in Froyotech's favor that, okay, now they finally get the force. They have their Uber ready to go, but this, I mean, technically success, yes, but boy, did that take ages.
Yeah, it did take some time and took some time off the clock as well. Froyotech at just over a minute here, still counting down as Witness hasn't been able to get forward quite yet. They do have this full Uber to work with. Should be walking up through main here. And Froyotech maybe looking to stick around. Here's a soldier jumping in. Yeah, good sack.
Oh, nice shot into bot
Eats
mode.
the air shot, but doesn't die.
Oh, Mirrorman cleans up though. They don't, I mean, the fact that their sack wave goes through and it only kills bot mode, I mean, at least you still have this Uber, you can use it on your own terms still potentially. Getting some cap time, don't want to use it quite yet, but Mirrorman, we try to find a flank, Fruit's kind of there. A bit weak to stay able to thwart things, and Cap really aggressive. It's going to be Quacks that dies for his sins, but able to take him down, was able to eat the damage and unable to escape.
Now.
But yeah, pretty even.
Froyotech just avoided a fight for so long that they've made it even, and now they're going to fight forward here, trying to get the force off. It's going to be an exchange on point, Scout versus Scout. Some weak players on the side of Fruit and the rest of Witness Gaming. Froyu not looking too healthy themselves, but they had the numbers and they have the momentum here, working their way forward. Bit of a long fight, and it's slowing down, and there's traps to clear here for Froyotech.
You know, they definitely played it better this time than the side of Witness Gaming. Used the Uber as a tool to buy time for your respawners, and now this post-fight is basically at 66. It wasn't even fast, but Eric and Fruit be the first to trade. Donovan trying to help, but will indeed fall, and Jimmy. 45 HP means going back for the pack. That means a Bandy that's alone. They're pushing him back, and they're giving him some positioning. Habib's trying to clean up, though. Able to run forward and kill bottom. They're able to cast as well. Mirrorman overall trading, exploiting himself to get that frag, but Habib will die to Logan. But at the end of the day, sometimes fights are about try number 2. You can lose the first fight and just succeed in the next one if you don't own the point. So with these trades happening back and forth, they're all in Froyotech's favor, and Witness Gaming realize that. They have to back up and just concede the point because they didn't win the fight definitively enough. So even Ubers once again, but the sides are flipped a bit as Froyotech will be the ones that own the point.
Yeah, and Froyotech only has 20 seconds left here on the clock. The Ubers are going to be exchanged. Jimmy got very weak there. Bot mode lurking, looking for Donovan in the backline. Quacks did go down. Bot mode actually going to go down as well, so 2 fall for Witness. 3 now. They do find Banny. Consolation prize. Donovan going to crater here, but can he find Cap? He does! The fadeaway! Froyotech now in overtime. Nobody from Witness can touch. That's going to be an early 1-0 for Froyo.
Very, very close rounds. Under 60 seconds, I'd say that's about as close as you can really expect for a good game or a good round of product. But we'll start to see things adjust as now both these teams have kind of shown their cards and or at least shown their hand in general about, you know, what they're about. And, you know, Witness Gaming probably kicking themselves very early, you know, dropping all those players in that one Uber could have turned the tides. But hey, new round, new you, and see what the next mid brings us.
Next mid is underway. Kind of curious how Witness is going to approach this. Both teams playing a little safe right now, just looking for their damage. Quacks has to back off here. Here's Fruit going for Mirrorman here, fighting on the flank. Mirrorman's going to get run at. Here's the fight, though. Eric does go down. Weak players on the side of Froyotech. Those traps are everywhere. Hubida standing on one, but Witness Gaming doing a great job pressuring Froyo out, and they're going to lose their medic. Jimmy goes down, as does Mirrorman. 3 fall for just Fruit, and a great fight.
They seriously lost the war of attrition there. Not only did they lose their flank, but they didn't actually make any measures to try to, you know, they got the Fruit kill, but that's about it. The force does come out, so that's going to be a good play overall from the side of Froyotech. They'll happily give up 3 to get that force, because that's quote-unquote like sack wave that's successful there. So finding the opening is going to be pretty clutch, even though they lost this overall mid-fight. It's actually going to leave them with a small ad to work with in the future. And, you know, they have to be careful, though, because they do actually have to get out of the forward hold. They can't use their Uber yet. And they're not just going to wait for it, because it's only a 15% ad, and it's kind of rough. So they're just busting through, trying to find their way onto the combo. Habib will be the first to die, but they need to get any red player will be successful. But Jimmy dies! Fruit able to find the flank, and they're going to lose their medic for the side of Froyotech. So, I mean, sure, you technically got a soldier frag. That's going to make it easy to get out of the forward hold next try. But you lost your Uber as well. You're all pretty much back to square one. You lost more than you gained there.
Absolutely. And that's one of the few Froyo med deaths we've seen so far. I think there was only 3 on all of map 1.
Donovan. Hubida lives, at least for now. Scattered down, though. Habib with a pistol, able to take down Hubida. And I mean,
Froyo just rolls here.
Sometimes all you need is one less player available to lock down that forward hold, and everyone just funnels themselves through. So, and even though they lost their medic, they find themselves in an advantageous situation once again from the side of Froyotech, and Witness Gaming, now they're the ones that have to decide how they want to break out of this forward hold. As they eye themselves towards Cliff, and they were red immediately. Everyone's here. Push already over before it began, but actually they've changed their mind. They're 3 made, able to find at least 1 frag and Habib. Mirrorman, the bomb though, Cap's able to secure the kill. The most important class from Witness Gaming have lived, and they've gotten free from the side of Froyotech. They're gonna lose Logan at the last second, but still, it's a fight of second tries. Even though, you know, you might not have enough in the tank to actually, oh, never mind, you do have enough in the tank to get the kills.
Wow.
Holy bot mode and Caps combo. G6
Lord.
alumni get the force as well, and they're already back to in a advantageous position once again. Flip-flop, back and forth. I mean, Froyotech, they're out showing face, are they down 2? You don't think Witness Gaming is going to take this fight? Jimmy's dead.
Jimmy's dead again here. Great find there by Fruit. Gonna go down for it. Actually, 3 dying for both sides here. Witness has to be careful to not drop too many players, but they're gonna be able to back out here with their heals and keep this point for a little while longer. 1:10 on the clock. Froyotech wants to equalize here soon, but tough to do when Witness has full Uber.
That's going to be them in a pretty good spot. Froyotech, they got to figure out how they want to do this. Go for sack waves or go for a flank play. But it's pretty passive. Might be kind of hard, but they can at least tiptoe the point and make it really difficult for people that are trying to block the point to be healed. They're going to go for the sack. They'll have it up. Taking the indoors route will indeed get force the exceed, then get anything else. They get both scouts. It's pretty huge, and they're actually still alive. They're barely able to collect these Froyotech players. They have to go all the way back to nearly their spawn.
Habib
still alive. He just wants to get this quack, so will not find success there. But the fact they get the force and 2 scout heals is pretty huge. Quacks with the question marks out, but honestly, that makes sense to me. Habib, I mean, just get any frag you can, trade it out. You respawn faster. Wasn't able to find success, but bot mode on Sniper could be a thorn in their side, especially since Froyotech, they have Abby, they don't actually have Uber quite yet.
Yeah, and any early pick here is going to be huge for bot mode. Narrowly missing the shot onto Donovan, who's very weak right now. Jimmy, fairly weak. Oh my God! Yeah, hits 2 off the soldier. Bomb damage to soften them up, and Froyotech's going to get melted here. It's a full wipe, and Witness Gaming tying it up 1-1 here on map number 2.
They're walking on landmines there. Just the soldier softens them up with a little bit of a fadeaway, and then Caps just straight running forward with the sink, able to take them down. They just exploded as soon as they got behind the rock. And I don't know, it seems like the only thing that the pattern that's showing up for the side of Froyotech for now, even when the wins and losses, is sometimes their transitions are a bit ambitious. They don't think that they're going to get punished too much for not being as disciplined. But if that changes over time, as both these teams have some stuff, which is that the overall score is 1-1. Mirrorman be the first to fall, same with Donovan, but Pax will have to give his life to collect those soldier frags. Habib very far forward, will get scattered down. Overall trades for trades, but slightly favored in the side of Witness Gaming because the damage is better towards the side of Froyotech. Rotating over, they know if they heal up, maybe they can find a bit of a better fight here, as Doman's going to be pretty strong here. It's going to be a battle of Caps versus Vanny to apply a large amount of damage before the engagement really kicks off. So far, Froyotech able to turn the tides and go ahead and get the cap time back in their favor. Soldier committing, getting the scout on the side of
nice
Wicked, really weak, and Eric's gonna fall though. So off the bat, his mid fight B2 kicks out. Donovan trying to commit, does indeed get the kill on a Fru, tries to save themselves with fall damage, but does not succeed as Uber exchange. It's coming out. They've lost 2. They're trying to buy time. Able to get Mirrorman behind, going to be able to bring them back. They have to make sure they're able to get this frag, and going to allow them to get some cap time. Mirrorman does indeed fall, unable to collect any frags there as Quacks is really weak. Easton Arrow is A-okay, but once again, they'll finally able to get this cap, but it's still another dry fight, basically mid-fight B3.
Yeah, this is turning into a long slogfest here. We have Fruit, Cap, and all dead. Quacks was so weak, but now Froyotech just rushing back forward here. They're going to go all the way onto grass. Banny is trying to be rescued, but the pan is out again, and Banny gets a second one. No taunt this time around, but Froyotech will play forward here in the hold.
Yeah, Logan got hard baited there. He ran through connector, got a kill, and then warded off Logan the entire time as he backed into their spawn, and then finally got him around the corner with a melee kill. So huge plays. I guess at the end of the day, it's oh no, it's a pretty huge play. You got 2 kills as a solo Doman and 1 being flashy at that. That was pretty good. But when it's getting, they don't want to wait for their Uber. They just want to go in and
great force by Quacks.
Banny's doing it again. He's flanking through. He's all the way through the side of cliff on Hubba. Oh, but the sticky isn't dead. That sticky would have killed Hubba, but he does indeed die the flame. The reflects don't quite hit, but the rockets don't hit either. Oh, very scary. Very, very scary, but they still hold on. Witness Gaming, they have the Uber intact. Jimmy does not have, and they don't have a Doman as well. The only thing that could really help them right now is a really nice sack. Mirrorman is behind, or maybe Donovan, who's rolling out on Sniper, could be the boon for the side of Froyotech, as Habib will be the one to fall first, not Mirrorman. He's actually able to escape. He's slick with it. He's on his own side. The first shot, Donovan takes out Fruit. So, but they have this Uber, but it's a bit rocky. I mean, they gotta put the pressure on. Both scouts really taking a lot of damage from the side of Banny, so they have this Uber they can use as a tool. But Quacks on the move. Make sure that Donovan can't take shot after shot. Get a lot of damage on the Uber. Comes out. Quacks with his life, but they found themselves in the corner. They're out though. Jimmy, very, very low at red HP in the teens, but still able to find a way to escape. And it's just the side of Witness Gaming that's going to find them falling.
He gets an arrow.
Gets the arrow. Gets the third frag on Habib. Was able to clutch things up. Maybe find Banny. No, Banny secures that kill. As Witness Gaming, I mean, nice play from bot mode at the tail end of things to kind of, help things in the long term, but very, very overall successful plays from the side of Froyotech, as they lost this point, but they're about to take it right back.
Yeah, they'll get right back in here. Quacks has come up Sniper. He's hard scoping as he peeks China, looking for a shot. Doesn't take it. Still up on the China area, but gonna get bombed here by Donovan. Easy 2-rocket frag. Both soldiers above. Now only 1 as Donovan is taken down, and he's gonna be going in onto Hubba, but Habita will eat the pack. The soldier goes down. Fruit on the other side of things in a very similar situation does get chased down by the scouts. Now the fight across point is going to be 2 down for the side of Froyo. Now 3 is Benny. He's piped down.
Running forward, double
come
scout
out
over.
here, Jared.
Yeah, they're pretty deep right now. Yeah, they know they can't get that deep because Quacks will be right above them if they really try to chase the fag. So just tried to salvage, wasn't able to find too much success. And overall, this try should be in favor from the side of Witness Gaming. You can see that with the side of Caps getting really aggressive on the point. They try to go for a flank instead, but was immediately thwarted. And the fact they bring back people to kill up to get that frag means that there was room for them to potentially run forward and kill Caps as well. But they still don't find success there. Banny, I think he recognized he was dead. He has to either jump out and jump in, and they call for a last-minute sacrifice to see if he can get any kill to get a player advantage in try number 2, or maybe even a force, but will not be successful. So once again, forward hold, this time for Witness Gaming. Don't have Quacks there quite yet. So Froyotech, it's not going to be too hard to break this. They're able to get through Cliff, though. Demo's still there. Caps will indeed. Oh, Jimmy died!
No!
Bot mode.
Just walks forward.
This Uber, though. Oh, he's getting body blocked. They wanted to Uber into them, and a couple drop players too many is
Banny onto Habita.
facing Banny. Caps is trying to hold off the scouts. Surfing back, Habita is actually going to live here. Oh, no, Banny with the final sticky.
Banny says
the jukes. He's in house. He's going to die to a scout.
Okay.
Eric
Yeah,
Banny
will clean up Banny's mess.
Yeah, Banny jumping forward actually secured that because he couldn't just run straight through main because of Banny's presence. So, overall, good play. I'm kind of surprised that Froyotech went towards Cliff, which is the side that the soldiers weren't going to be at. Maybe they thought that they were going to overcompensate, and that was going to be like, maybe they're trying to like mind game them. But that Uber coming out and still dropping all those players does not bode well from the side of Witness. So they're finding themselves not owning the point. Quacks tries to go for a play, at least buy some space, get a kill. Does not really succeed there as Fruit blasts back as well, all on the concrete side. Able to really initiate as this try does not look good from the side of Witness Gaming. You have disad and you're losing players. This might just be a feed situation if they're not too careful. Once again, Fruit really weak, can't initiate. On the flank, it just dies to spam, trying to get the ult back. I mean, they're just running forward here. They have such little time. But execution does not bode well for them. Froyotech hold on pretty strongly here, cleaning up the crew of Witness Gaming. Only 2 left alive, and they're trying to salvage, but it will not be enough. No one falls in this Froyotech hold, able to hold things well, 2-1 in their favor, as we're on to the next round.
Yeah, 2-1 here for Froyotech, and your prediction looking strong. We'll see if Witness Gaming can make an adjustment, get a good mid-fight win here. But if Froyotech keeps things going the way it has been, it's going to be a strong fight. We'll see exactly how this 4th mid-fight unfolds. Eric jumping forward. He's getting up onto Pride. The soldier in onto the combo. Great pressure from Froyotech right now. Logan and Donovan are going to go down. Now through Quacks. All falling. Cap is so weak. 6 held at the base of his clip. He narrowly dodges the spam from the demo. It's 2 for 3 and just such an aggressive mid-fight there from Froyotech.
Yeah, the counter initiation from the side of Witness Gaming off of the back of Froyotech running forward, so like definitively was definitely not executed as well as it could have. Bot mode trying to pressure and get them pushed back a bit for their respawners, but will bite off more than it can chew. And another shot from Donovan. That's the first shot I'm pretty sure of his life on this class. Gets that nice surprise shot, and that's going to slow things down even more. Now we're entering respawn timer zone. Now we're really entering respawn timer zone. You saw at the beginning of the tail end of the last round there, it's just going to be death after death. They lost a scout, and they lost another soldier, and they are just in a perpetual waiting room despite having an Uber to their name. I would not be surprised to see us. Yeah, they get the force. I don't even think that was on Witness Gaming's turns. They get the kill on the Banny. Jimmy is saying that he does not want to use, but misjudges the situation. They are indeed still a threat, does indeed have to use, but it's going to be minor if they can get a whole lot here. How about I really weak? Didn't see the Eric was going in. Will he die? They've actually gone a bit too deep here. They're really confident they were going to be able to at least get something.
No pack.
The final rocket from Mirrorman doesn't do enough damage. How about it lives at 20 HP, and Witness Gaming, I mean, despite the little bit of feed situation they had before here, the greed from the side of Froyotech will grant them this point, and they're off to the races with another forward hold.
Donovan tries to peek. Oh, Jimmy now maybe in a bit of trouble here as well. Has to run away. Eric
sneaking about, getting some damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough
It's
to kill
just a
here.
distraction at this point. Good damage up to Fruit.
Caps? Oh, okay.
Oh!
Caps is still on Cliff. Eric just says, oh, Mirrorman has brought me a gift.
Didn't get an arrow in that time from Habita, so will eventually go back to their own base of Cliff, and that space being made by the kill and the missed arrow means Froyotech right back in onto this point. Under 2 minutes to go for them. in this round. Witness only got 30 seconds off the clock there, and it's going to be about even. Slight ad for Witness. If they do go immediately, they might be able to catch the medic out.
Yeah, they really have to, or at least try to force some sort of exchange really. But Jimmy is really far back. They know that they have small disad, and they're definitely playing like it, spamming them a bit. Watch the flank though. Mirrorman once again going for the play. Will get people rotating back to try to deal with him. But ooh, sneaks the way out. And he's gonna be
and
going
now
fall.
bomb onto Jimmy, but Quack's getting the force out. Will Witness have to pop? Yes. Getting right back in there onto point. Quacks is weak. Habita will relink with their scout, but was kind of isolated there for a second. Good damage onto bot mode. Has to get the beam all the way out to stay alive.
Yeah, it's a
but
5
Witness
second
can't
tries,
cap.
though. Yeah, it's the respawners though. They know that if they just wait a couple seconds, their respawners will come in faster. Don't take the 4v4 coin flip. Wait until at least one of your people come by. Take a 4v5, maybe even a 6v4, and then it'll work out for you. And that's the route they take, and it grants them the point. But they don't have an Uber to save them, so they gotta make sure they are able to win the war of attrition when it comes to spam war, which Froyotech have done a pretty good job for the most part of, applying the pressure. They're immediately going over towards the flank side, putting the pressure towards Fruit. Nice shots from Donovan. Holy 1v1 Soldier. That was definitely some success there. As they do lose Banny, so actually they've given a bit. Jimmy's gonna die as well. Bobo's on a tie rate, is on a 4K right now, maybe even 5 depending, and doesn't need to collect the kill on the Eric. He has wiped their team basically. As what started is pretty good from the side of Froyotech on one half the map leads to abysmal results on the other. Is sure your flank succeeds, but your combo definitely failed a bit there. As Habita and friends, they have 100%, not in the forward hold, but do have control over the point. And if they could succeed through this probably sack wave maybe from the side of Froyotech, that they could find themselves leading in time.
Good damage onto Cap. They're going to find the frag. Actually, Froyotech though, the ones dropping a lot of players. Quacks is weak. He does go down. Is there a fight left here for Froyotech? And the answer is, of course, no, with 4 falling. The medic's out to spawn, and this is going to be even clocks here with Witness having Uber ad.
I think Jimmy wasn't healing someone for a bit there. I feel like he should have more, like closer to Uber than he actually does. So maybe that, kills a little bit of time, and they are actually able to, they're kind of using their respawn advantage. Quacks has only just barely arrived, so they're able to apply some extra spam, make some cap time. But how long will it last? He has arrived. He's actually jumping in to commit onto Jimmy. They're able to kill that medic, and he didn't even was able to have his Uber. I think, okay, now that's definitely going to bite them. The fact that Jimmy wasn't healing earlier, it's a good thing I pointed that out. It's like, he should have Uber by now. Why doesn't he? And he's going to be kicking himself there. He didn't have a heal target earlier. As they concede this point probably, but they don't really, they're just going to recap it right off the bat anyway. They know they have a heal advantage to work with. They know the only thing that screws them over is a late sack from side of Froyotech, so they happily give up a couple seconds to Froyo just to go ahead and recap it. And now with 23 seconds and diminishing on the clock, all they have to do is just don't drop the Uber, don't drop the players, and you basically win. Bomb comes from Donovan, bit of a distraction play, just to kind of turn their eyes a bit, but Froyotech able to get the kill on the Fruit. Uber comes out, immediately kills the Beeb, on towards Jimmy. Yeah, watch people in the back, that might be their only way to find success, but they already have rotated towards the central part of the point. They're trying to see if they can click any frag, get some cap time, get some overtime, but with only Habib left alive, who is at spawn as a respawner. Luminous Gaming pretty much played that perfectly, and they've tied up the game 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. This has been pretty back and forth. Not really within the round as much as just round to round. We'll see who's able to take the lead 3-2 here as another mid-fight is underway, Jarrett.
So we'll see. I think for the most part, it's been a new thing for Froyotech to go really aggressive off the bat. They've been pretty passive a lot, and yeah, once again, they're playing it again. Immediately get cast. Fruit. A little bit more damage this time. I think Witness Gaming recognized that, all right, they're just running out of our counter initiation has to be different. And they definitely changed it. Fruit found way more success. There's so much more damage. There's trash talk happening now. And from the side of Caps, as they're able to get this cap. Probably it's just Delman things. You get bombed at mid as a Delman, you just get mad sometimes, It's a thing that happens. But overall, first cap goes in favor of Witness Gaming. Both medics still alive, so this Uber is available from both these teams in about 2 seconds here. And it's going to be on Froyotech to use it. And Habib running forward, wants to get this force out of the side of Habita. Needs, able to get the shot on the caps. And this Uber's way better for the side of Witness Gaming. Try to chase down frags. Might find Donovan.
Frags behind too.
A lot of people behind. Banny gonna fall. The big Delman pick. Jimmy kind of alone, but overall just a 2-for-2 trade. Pretty good from the side of Froyotech considering that they're... Oh, okay. Their second... Never mind. There's no second try. Eric died. I was gonna say it's 4v4, but their respawners come faster. they can take a 64 for a couple seconds, get some good spam, but now Eric's dead, so you can't really do that anymore. So now you don't have your player advantage. You also have disad because you, which that doesn't make any sense. They pop first. Why do they have disad? Jimmy has been alone way too much in a lot of these fights. And even though they're getting a lot of good initial spam on the side of Witness Gaming, if Witness Gaming is able to hold out, they could get this Uber in time. They've lost 2 right off the bat, though. I think that kind of ends things. With
Donovan's going to go right onto Hubba here as well.
Hubba's alone. Logan's rotating over, but it might be too late. Mirrorman bombing in, and
Mirror for free.
Froyotech salvage.
Yeah, oh, good damage onto Jimmy there, but it's not going to be enough, and Froyotech does get the salvage with, was that a full team wipe?
Pretty much, yeah. They domed both their soldiers, they lost the Doman, then their scouts, then their medic. So forward hold for the side of Froyotech. Donovan's not there, so it's not the strongest it could be, but they do have an Uber, and bot mode is on spot. He's already cloaked out through main, getting in position, and has to be careful that Donovan doesn't see him as he's decloaking. Could be disastrous.
Right on Frag! It's a drop! No! Bot mode with such a great play there. 3 die for Froyotech. Donovan going to be in trouble here, trying to find Hubba, but kind of flailing around. Eric is going to go for the frag and finds it. The medics will not survive this fight. Froyotech loses their grip, but a good salvage there from the one and only Eric.
And then I even think, I don't even know if they can be that mad, because considering, you know, both teams lost kind of everything, even though they lost the point here. At least, you know, they're not working in a disad scenario, right? Like after that spy play, you at least want to get something, and they do find that. But Witness Gaming, they're ahead in the time. They're looking pretty right now. Quacks is on China, so that's going to mean that, yeah, Donovan immediately recognizing his job needs to jump forward, at least distract, get the sniper out of the way, and that's going to be everyone running forward. Caps doesn't have quite enough protection, will indeed fall as they go ahead and back and see if they can clean up Donovan. But overall, 2 for 2 in frag. As the cap goes in Froyotech's favor, means the respawners for the side of Witness Game are going to be in favor now. But they got to keep the pedal to the metal, got to get the sniper out of their vision. They have to play aggressive.
Looking for the sniper.
They have to play aggressive because of the sniper, but they can't play aggressive because of the respawner disadvantage. Froyotech are stuck between a rock and hard place, and this is a scenario that you don't naturally win a whole lot of the time. Donovan, once again, respawn. Yeah, trying to find a way to get this sniper out of the field. Turning him around, but this Uber doesn't need to come out. They save their sniper. This Uber is so much better from the side of Witness Gaming as Froyotech. They're trying their hardest. I mean, they got a lot of time off that clock despite being in a situation that was, in most scenarios, very easily like hard losable. So I'm sure they'll be okay given the situation, but maybe not after losing Habib to Quacks.
Quacks just needs to get bombed here if you're on the side of Froyotech, because he will find those shots. And now I say that the bomb does come in. Donovan isn't going to be able to find the rockets to kill the sniper quite yet, though. So Quacks will keep looking for the medic.
Oh, he has a sightline.
He has a sightline of all sightlines right onto the medic, and Jimmy is dead just like that. The 3K for this sniper continues to output damage, and Froyotech crumbling a little bit here, Jared.
Yeah, they're having some issues. Like, Donovan bombs in. I mean, it's on China, so he can't really get too much help unless you bring both soldiers. He bombs in. He gets the sniper out of the way, who surfs away. The fact that he can't get to the sniper means that someone else is coming back for him, and despite that player advantage granted on the forefront of the point, Froyotech still aren't able to win the spam fight in the 5v4. Caps is going to die. It's going to be pretty big from the side of Froyotech. Both soldiers on the side of the concrete, the blue side, launch into the stratosphere, but the Uber comes out, and they've lost pretty much everyone. They get the kill on a Jimmy, bot mode on a 5K with a pistol right now, but Froyotech have enough players behind. They're actually able to get a lot of cap time here as Witness Gaming. They're able to stay up on the cliff, but they have way less respawners. They have to get back here.
Eric
they have enough time.
Finds Hubba, though. I don't even know how.
They're trying. They have a little bit of time. The overtime's kicking in. They won't C9 this, so they're able to get on top of the point with the side of B. But Witness Gaming, they have slower respawn. It's a bit rough. Able to kill on Jimmy, but yeah, I mean, I understand.
The spoon.
The spoon.
Kill onto Quacks. Yep. The BM.
I understand why you don't cap there. If you cap, you automatically make it so that your respawners are elongated and you don't win the fight short term. If you can just keep it in perpetual overtime, keep the respawner advantage, and then use the respawn advantage to win, and then cap, then you're fine, and that's what they're going for. But they just lost the fight. So, I mean, that's going to be a done deal there.
Cap is so fast this mid. Their first lead tonight on the side of Witness Gaming, trying to extend this match to a map number 3. We'll see if Froyotech can fight back. Manny pretty weak early on. Yeah, I don't know how he didn't die there, but will find the heals. Donovan jumping away. He was in onto concrete, now backing off. Now the pressure coming forward from the other soldiers. Big damage onto Cap, but Quacks is the first to fall. Eric is very weak right now. Jimmy gets solo as well. Has to run for the pack, so slight add and heal advantage here for Witness Gaming, but Froyotech's very much still in this mid-fight.
Yeah, they got the player advantage, and they know there's less spam available inside of Witness Gaming. They're using the Uber to buy some time, and they get kill on the Banny, which is huge, but he's at 97! Oh, barely gets it last second, lives at 18 HP, pops it over, and the Froyotech Uber is way better. There are two players from the side of Witness Gaming behind, though. It is both the Scouts and Hubbard did not have Scout speed, so will indeed die there, but the fact that they are having so many players behind, causing so much chaos, means that Witness Gaming aren't in too unfavorable position. Quax is going to be pretty much stranded alone behind, will indeed clean up by the side of Mirrorman, but this cap, even though it just went to the side of Froyotech, looks like Witness Gaming is going to clean it right back up, and they do indeed have their medic already available here to heal the point, so it's not like Khabib and friends are going to be able to do anything despite being still alive here. Gotta wait for the medic of their own, got a really small disad to work against, which, I mean, normally it wouldn't be a big deal, but they just saw it used against them, so gotta keep it in mind. But they're putting the pedal to the metal while Quack's still rolling out. Want to take this 65 now while they still have it. So much damage. Cap's running forward. Same with the bot mode, able to get at least a Donovan frag, but not quite enough in the tank.
Great damage turns the medic.
Yeah, really good time.
11 health, Jimmy. It'll be a wipe. Froyotech just decide to go up that connector side of the map. They're left. They push forward so effectively and then don't go too deep. They back off a little bit as Witness refights, and they capitalize on overextensions, and that's an easy fight win there for Froyotech.
Yep. Really smart to take the 65. If you try to buy, oh, we own the point. We don't need to do anything. And then your fight is 6v6, gets a little point flippy, and the hub of frag from Donovan, first shot this life, able to get the most important clash you need, and the second most important clash you need as well. He's still surfing around, still
gonna
alive.
live.
They're just killing everyone.
Oh.
They gotta get any consolation here from the side of Witness Gaming. Able to get two, so that means it's gonna be harder to go ahead and go forward hold. Bot mode's still alive for now as well, so it's gonna make it really difficult for them to get like pretty forward. I mean, they're putting up some forward traps at least a little bit. But the fact that this Uber is still in play is going to be the big thing for the side of Froyotech. They're fine. They don't have to go ahead and go for a forward hold, as they still have the big ticket here for success. And Donovan rolling out on Sniper once again. It worked the first life on it, doing a second one. They're probably going to be sack waves, I would imagine, from the side of Witness Gaming. They have approached the point. They're opponent having, but the shot from Donovan. Did it once, did it again. This time with more style. Headshot on the Havada is Witness Gaming. Now the trigger is pulled. Inside the house Jimmy goes, because he will indeed get forced. They've lost pretty much everyone, but they haven't lost anyone on the side of Froyotech. Full wipe, everyone alive, and I'm curious to see if they're going to forward hold with the sniper.
Honestly, not the most impossible idea here. They're forward for this. Donovan's going to be watching through this valley area, watching the main sight line.
Oh, they cancel.
Back up on crates though on the midpoint, so it's still watching that base of cliff area. Has a little bit of an angle elsewhere as well, but they can't forward hold too well with that. Just waiting on point, and bot mode's gonna die to these traps from Banny. The shot rings out, but no frags found.
Yeah, they're trying for something. But yeah, the push is over. Yeah. Everyone's gonna retreat now. Gotta be careful though. Be mindful of people in spawn. Eric, maybe going for a play, get chased down. Banny dies to Cass. He just bombs him. Eats the body shot, but has enough HP to live. So overall, Froyotech, they get a little bit greedy. They're gonna be able to collect some players from the side of Witness Gaming, and it's gonna make it way easier to actually thwart back Donovan. But okay, he'll still like ring out a shot. They gotta do something now, but you have a player advantage. You don't have an Uber advantage, but you know you need to get rid of the sniper. I would really like to see them go forward really aggressively. But Donovan, shot after shot, rings out, able to collect the frags where he needs to, and Havada at 88%. The execution of the repush and using this player advantage just isn't happening from the side of Witness Gaming. They're finally coming down to Uber, but
8K right now. The Uber is popped up for Witness Gaming, doing such a good job of milking it though. Is Jimmy, and Froyotech's gonna have a really good fight here. Bot mode going down. Uber fading now for the blue team. Cap on the point here, trying to work forward with the soldiers. This Cap, oh, Donovan hits it 6 left to Brute. Gets run at by Logan. Great damage here. It's just Eric and Banny really now Mirrorman coming in to help things out, and Froyotech will even things up at 3. Next point will win.
Yeah, I mean, the execution there at the tail end of things, it's some deja vu. Witness Gaming, sometimes the level of aggression that you need to show is kind of like, you don't have a choice. You don't get to choose if you're going to be, oh, we can play passive this time, or, oh, we can play really aggressive. Like, you have a 2-player advantage. They have a sniper. Neither team has Uber yet. You need to go with your team. And, you know, they played a little bit passive, and Donovan got like a 5K. So, c'est la vie. As we're on to Witness definitely the last mid here, and it could be for all the marbles here. As if Froyotech wins this, they will win the BO3, and Witness Gaming it needs to win this if they want to hold on and fight for their lives on Snakewater. A lot of damage on the Quacks right after that. Will be fine, eats an arrow, and is okay to fight. Donovan rolled out on Sniper, is around the porch area trying to shoot down the concrete, or not the concrete side, the caution side of things, but the explosive classes are ringing out from both sides, immediately dropping two. But the fact that Eric and Habib are the first to fall, no scouts, no fight. Jimmy getting chased, no scout speed. Oh, the surf though, one final rocket maybe? No, reset bind, shutter closed. Quacks will not be able to collect that medic frag. Well, finally, yeah, he will be able to escape. Scouts are respawning in time to be able to clean up that frag. But overall, a won and survived fight for the side of Witness Game.
Was that a third pan kill in this match?
Was it a pan kill? I didn't even see it.
I definitely saw a pan kill.
I think it was the third, and yeah. Yeah, Banny killed bottom of the frying pan. But Uber's available for both teams.
Jimmy's holding pocket here. I feel like I don't see Invite Meds sitting in pocket. They are going to use this opportunity to walk forward. An early use for Froyotech, and now after the damage comes in onto Cap, Witness will pop back. It's going to be better for them as they chase forward. Quacks does go down. Logan going to fall to Mirror Man as well. So 2 quick kills. Donovan pretty weak, finding some heals though, whether it be a pack or an arrow, hard to tell. Eric on point, taking down bot mode. Especially Mirror Man finding that frag, and Witness essentially sacks forward and is going to lose 3 off that.
Yeah, Quacks tried to time when the Uber was going to end so he could just like be on top of them, but they were still Ubered, so did not find success, and they all melted. And once again, they're all melting. They rolled out Cliff, and Froyotech saw that coming a mile away. Might lose a couple people, no soldiers available, so it'll be hard to forward hold, but Botmo trying to get one final frag will not succeed. And
so
overall,
Jared,
some misplays from Witness Gaming back-to-back that's going to lead to their team kind of crumbling to pieces, but they got some time on the board, but they need to make sure they can build a bigger lead if they want to go to a third map here.
We were talking earlier about which team is going to be able to adjust. It seems like Froyotech has adjusted. I'm wondering what you think that adjustment might have been.
I think they're playing a little bit more disciplined. Okay, first off, they're playing Sniper, and Witness Gaming for some reason cannot deal with the Sniper properly. The second thing is, before I think they were not respecting and playing disciplined of like, oh yeah, I'm unkillable here, and they just die. But now they're actually like playing a bit more cautionary, and they're recognizing that, you know, Witness Gaming can do these plays and able to clean them up. They just went for a play right now and immediately lost 2 while this Uber was going on, and is able to get the Donovan frag. I mean, you got your man, you got the kill you needed to get, but you gave up way too much for it. As that attempt at retaking the point with the Uber will not find success, and at least the attempt is there, but the execution a bit off, as they gotta go ahead and wait for the respawners to go ahead and go for try number 2. They're showing face at Rock. Their soldiers are barely arriving, able to get a little bit of cap time. You gotta be careful though, you are in a danger zone. Bombing Jimmy, crossing back, able to get the kill on the Habib, so that's gonna be fruitful for their team. Meerman trying to find an opening onto Caps, who was weak, but will eat the arrow, will survive through
Fast
all
bomb onto Hubada.
Salvage,
no
last
damage
second.
for Donovan.
Nope. Oh, Quacks is in. They recognize only 3 alive. Nice rock on Eric. Oh, the last rock.
Logan
chasing
Jimmy. Do you think
He was
Quacks comes up?
He might, maybe. He might come up Sniper, but Habib's still in the thick of it. They got to clean up the scout and Mirrorman. They want to get any sort of trade, anything at all, to be able to respawn faster after Witness Gaming takes this point, or holds on to this point. But actually, Froyotech able to take it back. Witness Gaming
Quacks
realized...
did come up Sniper.
Yeah, Witness Gaming realized the onslaught was Froyotech was going forward, and it made them back up so far to live throughout it all. They actually able to point, but it's only a little bit of cap time. They don't care that much. They have the Uber. It's still a threat, but the sack comes in, immediately losing 2. This Uber will still come out. They're able to get the soldiers, and maybe even Eric, who's blasted up the cliffside, but you know, the Sniper, no surprise shot there, able to get the frag onto Eric, as no soldiers means no forward hold. They're waiting for bot mode to spawn for the cap. Cap goes through as bot mode does indeed spawn. They know the Sniper's on the field. Froyotech know how they need to play this. But it sucks because you want to kind of play it like, oh, let's just wait for our Uber and then go, but like, oh, we can't wait for our Uber because the Sniper's going to headshot us. Well, you know, pick the poison. You're going to wait for the Uber and then go, or you're just going to go early and get the Sniper out of the way. What are you confident in? And it seems like they want to get their Uber. They're hiding behind the house, totally get the Uber. They do not want to, like, sack Donovan to kill Quacks, because it hasn't worked out that well before. Remember, they would send one soldier through and they weren't able to get the cap. So just playing off the Uber, still sending people behind right now. Mirrorman boarded by the side of Fruit, protecting Quacks at least a little bit until Vanny is able to finally get the pipe roller on him. But oh, Bomo needs an arrow, gets sticky down by the side of Vanny. 2 down for the side of Witness Gaming, as they're very willing to drop a lot of players to keep this Uber intact. You gotta make sure that Logan survives though. They don't have the scout speed to actually chase down and be a serious threat with
this Uber they're about to get is they do have it now, able to use it to block the point. They are going to be able to use it onto Jimmy to buy time for their respawners. Able to take down Donovan, the respawners, who did try to go behind and will find the wrong door they rolled out through. Fruit tries to come into the fray, gets scattered down as the post-fight kicks off. Froyotech down a couple players. They do have the caps, they respawn much later as they're dropping like fries right now, and Jimmy dies right as he gets the arrow onto Quack.
That fadeaway post-death arrow is absolutely nuts to see. 10 seconds on the clock here remaining for Froyotech. Under a minute for Witness. Cap is dead, but kills Donovan. I mean, for a last round here, this one is certainly continuing to be exciting. Froyotech will get that point back. Witness right in position, though, to get on it again.
The Froyotech players are eating arrows pretty safely right now. Gotta be mindful of Bandy's HP down to 12 HP. Quacks will give up his life. Mirrorman bombs in, does not find success. They have to fight this. For the side of Witness Gaming. They can't relent at all. Donovan.
Onto Logan, goes down. Was that
Caps
the hammer?
gets the melee kill. He gets the hammer onto Banny, which is a rare. It's pretty rare to see a Doman kill another Doman with the melee. So that's gonna be probably the first time we've seen that in a very long time. But Witness Gaming, they still hold on. Overtime for the side of Froyotech, so they're chilling for at least a little bit, but they have to break through this forward hold. They're all on the side of Cliff. They see it for the side of Froyotech. Wax is gonna die. They're actually Eric breaking through, able to completely kill the flank because they recognize the combo is completely on the other side of the map, on the side of Cliff. But Witness Gaming, they've done this before. They've given up players to not use their Uber and then just use it to buy time. They're playing a ring around the rosy, around the rock, eating some damage, but trying to deal some as well to slow down the side of Froyotech. Uber available, could use it whenever they need to. It's technically a small ad, but will dwindle down as Jimmy does finally have the Uber. Bot mode, wants his Uber, chasing down Donovan, trying to put some damage out. Uber comes out. They want this Donovan frag to be able to get the player advantage, but Quacks, will he die? Nice shots from Donovan. Gets the taunt out of there, even though as they're on dire straits, trying to get this cap time with the question mark Don with confidence. Will the they're down so many players. Witness Gaming holding on by a thread, but they're just dropping like flies. Hopping on top of the rock, will indeed dies. Logan, last one fall, followed by Caps. Froyotech with Flair take the game 4-3 in a nail-biting fashion. Moving on, they are first seed in the bracket. Witness Gaming taken, actually I think Witness Gaming go down to the lowers for the top four and have to fight to maintain their second seed.
Absolutely. What a great finish, a 4-3. Yeah, Froyotech wins 2 maps to 0. We will take a look at log there, but, Jared, I'm curious as to what you think Froyotech did that was able to stave off that Witness onslaught.
I think it was the main thing was they had. I think both these teams are like honestly pretty weak to sniper in the grand scheme of things. Like when you think about like, oh, a sniper comes up, oh, he died. I don't think there were maybe a single time that I remember where a sniper came up and then like wasn't able to get like a shot off and be a threat. Like maybe once or twice. What did that happen? Where they like, oh, I didn't really have a life this game. Like every single time, they either like got a kill or they were a huge distraction where like they had to bring people, like 2 people to like kill him, and then that just creates a player advantage elsewhere. But for the side of Froyotech, I think the big thing is I think they came into this, and this is like obviously from like a bird's eye view perspective, they had the poise and posture of like a team that didn't really respect Witness Gaming. I was like, yeah, we'll just walk up to them, like it's fine. And they didn't really respect a lot of the spam that come their way, or like the fact that my scout isn't here for 2 seconds actually got capitalized on, and they killed me. Stuff like that. And they slowly refine things, and normal stuff too, where you kind of adjust to the play styles of the team. Kind of shows Witness Gaming definitely as a team is like, yeah, we're gonna drop a lot of our team to make sure that we keep this valuable resource in the Uber. And Froyotech kind of had to adjust to that. A lot of times they would try to aggress as if they were going to be able to get something different, and didn't realize that that wasn't going to be the thing to get rid of the fourth, get the force out of the way, especially with their own Ubers. So they definitely shaped things up over the course of the match. I think it definitely makes sense why Witness Gaming picked this. To be honest, I think it goes back to like, you play Sunshine, if you lose the mid, okay, that's a round. Viaduct, if you lose the mid, you got time. You can. In general gameplay, you can come back. And they came back a bit, but not quite enough.
Yeah, we have logs up on stream here. Froyotech victorious, but top frags going to bot mode with 53 and 379. great numbers there. Eric, 48, leading Froyotech with 333 damage as well there. Leading Froyotech for kills, I should say. Because it's Habib with 393, best for Froyotech in the demo on Witness Gaming, 437, so some great numbers. Overall, med stats sort of similar there. Are you seeing anything standing out, Jarrett?
Not really. I mean, considering it was a 4-3, I think it's not too uncommon to see a situation where you compare classes in the logs, and they're remarkably similar, or spare a thing or two. The only thing that could even barely make a difference is it seems that there's a slight difference in the KD department and the damage department when you compare the Froyotech soldiers and the Witness Gaming soldiers. But, you know, obviously in the back foot more, you have to play more sacrificial, as well as Donovan Sniper, you know, the headshots definitely bolster his damage some to make sure that his stats look extra pretty. But I think it looks pretty standard, honestly, for the most part.
I don't have too much else to say about it. I mean, med deaths right on the money there. Exact same number of assists. A close 4-3 for this upper bracket finals.
Yep, definitely makes sense why Witness Gaming picked Koth, and I'm sure we'll see more Witness Gaming Koth in the future. But you know, we're seeing some Froyotech maps that, you know, maybe we'll see them address and work on more. I was kind of honestly excited to see a third map, not because it's a third map obviously, but to see Snakewater, because I'm kind of curious to see. It's always nice to see top level teams, they lose on a map and then they play it deliberately, like they pick it later on in the season. It's like, oh, you're confident, okay, what'd you change? Let's see what you change. We don't get to see that quite yet, but I'm sure we'll see that soon in the future, because there's still some stage 2 left to go. We got some other teams still playing for their seed, as well as playoffs as well, so definitely more to have. But Froyotech, they're done for a bit. They've secured their seed. They just got to wait out everyone else for a week or two to get things going. You got the remainder of the upper and lower bracket to play out for seeds 4, 3, and 2 to secure their seed through all the BO3s. And then you have the middle seeds as well for the final 2 weeks of 3rd and 4th fighting 5th and 6th to make sure they don't, you know, swap around or whatever. So, you know, Froyotech sitting pretty for a while. Witness Game still got a little bit of more work to do, and if they're not too careful, could find themselves having even more work to do if they're not too careful against Global Clan Fire and the Darkest Nights. But obviously, there's a lot of TF2 today, so all that will be another day. But definitely a lot of exciting stuff that we're going to be showing in the next couple weeks. A lot of BO3s. We're in perma BO3 territory.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it'll be exciting to see a lot of these other teams. A lot of these other teams also have merch, and check out the merch at merch.rgl.gg for some great shirts. I'm thinking about picking up a Rome shirt personally right now, but also that I talked about it earlier. That the Scout Scatter gun is absolutely fantastic. Thank you to everybody who followed and subscribed tonight. That directly supports us as casters.
True.
But Jared, anything else that people need to know?
Let's see. I need to know. Well, the Global Clan Fire and Darkest Nights match is the next one that needs to happen, and that is scheduled at TBD. I would assume, I mean, I would hope it would be like tomorrow, the next day, or the day after that, or something. And then the winner of that will play Witness Gaming right after. And that would probably, I would imagine, be at the end of the week. Maybe if all the reschedules happen, it would have to be like a Sunday or Monday type of deal. But there's not going to be any lulls of good content, because Stage 2 definitely brings it. For people that don't know what Stage 2 means still, it's basically, there's no longer like, oh, okay, regular season, Seed 1 plays Seed 8, fun. It's like, no, you're only playing people that you're relatively adjacent to for the most part. So from now on, all the matches that are going to be casted are going to be within maybe 1 or 2 seeds max from each other. So it's going to be pretty hype. Got a couple things to look out for, but dates, obviously, like I said, that's the main thing, not set yet. So in another situation where I can't give you the dates, but you got to keep your eyes peeled on when the next cast will be, but it will definitely, I would imagine, be this week very, very soon. So make sure you're checking day by day if you do not want to miss it, because it could be very easily missed.
Yeah, a lot of TF2 left to be played. I'm pretty much ready to wrap things up. If you have any personal shout-outs you'd like to give, Jarrett?
Shout out to the teams for playing, and shout out to all the viewers for hanging out and watching with us. It's definitely a fun cast and a match to watch, and I can't wait for the ones later this week.
On my end, shout out to the teams, to you, Jarrett, Dolphin, for having me and doing the excellent production he always does. Check out my channel for some amateur coverage. Been doing that all season of Highlander and a little bit of Sixes. Shout out to Shramp and to Just Jazz's dad. But with that, this has been Froyotech versus Witness Gaming. Froyotech winning 2-0 in the upper finals. Get that #1 seed. And we will see you back here with more invite coverage this week. So stay tuned.
See you next time.